Following is a feature presentation of the Replay Sports Channel, home for the great games. Good afternoon, everybody.
Play ball!
Welcome to Fenway Park. It is August 19th, 1967. It's the Saturday afternoon game of the week. Visiting California Angels will be taking on the Boston Red Sox. Hi, I'm Glenn Walker. I'll be doing the play-by-play for you this afternoon. It's 81 degrees here at Fenway Park. A little bit windy, 17 miles an hour, moving right to left. There is a chance of rain today, so we'll keep an eye on the skies as we move forward. California Angels coming in today, fourth place in the American Leagues, record of 63-56. They're 8-2 in their last 10 games under manager Bill Rickning. They will go with Ricky Clark, 21-year-old right-hander, 7-11 record this year, and 21 starts, an ERA of 2.42. He will be opposed against Jose Santiago, right-hander, 27-year-old, with a record of 3-6, making his fifth start with an ERA of 5.32. Let's go ahead and take you through the starting lineups for the California Angels. Repose at center field will lead off, followed by Fregosi at shortstop, Hall at right field. Mincher will be batting cleanup at first base. Reichart, the left fielder. Held, third baseman, batting sixth. Buck Rogers, the catcher, batting seventh. Knopp, batting eighth at second base, and the pitcher, Clark, batting ninth. Boston Red Sox take to the field. Let's go ahead and get that outfield lineup for you. Carl Yastrzemski coming into today. The left fielder needs one home run to reach 40 home runs on the season. Center field will be Reggie Smith. Right fielder will be Jose Tartabull. Third baseman, Jerry Adair. Rico Petrocelli will be at shortstop. Mike Andrews will be the second baseman. George Scott will be at first. Catching today will be the veteran Elston Howard. And as we said earlier, Jose Santiago will be on the hill. So let's get ready for some baseball. Roger Repose, the center fielder, steps up to the plate, left-hander batter, batting .253. And he hits this one out of the park for an opening home run. Roger Repose gets us underway with a shot towards center field. Smith can just look at it. And just like that, the California Angels are up 1-0. Rogers' third home run of the season. What a way to start the game for the California Angels. Santiago gives up a home run against the first at bat. People here in Fenway still taking their seats and discovering the Angels are already up 1-0. Jim Fregosi, the shortstop, right-handed batter, digs in to face Santiago. This one's a ground ball toward left field. Yastrzemski picks it up, throws it back in. Fregosi is safe at first. And two batters have come up, and two hits have been surrendered by Santiago. Right fielder Jimmy Hall is up to bat now. Hall hitting .259 on the season. Fregosi at first base, closely watched by Scott. No outs, top of the first. And Hall strikes out. One away. Don Mincher, the first baseman, comes to bat. First baseman batting .266. Rough start here for Jose Santiago. Fregosi at first. And Santiago strikes out another one. Two strikeouts. Both Hall and Mincher go down with Ks. Left fielder Rick Reichart batting .235. Last night's game, Reichart hit 2 for 4. Last night, Boston shut out California 8-0. California limited to just 6 hits, no runs. and left 6 men on base. Fregosi on at first, 2 out, top of the first. Reichardt's going to give this one a ride over the right field wall, and that's a 2-run homer, the 9th on the year for Reichhardt. So top of the first inning, Santiago has already given up 2 home runs, and the Angels lead it 3-0. Woody Held, the third baseman, batting .198 this season. 2 outs, bases empty. Santiago winds up. This one heading toward right field. Tartable, no problem with it, and makes the out. So costly first half of the first inning. 3 runs, 3 hits, no errors. California leads it 3-0. The Red Sox come to bat. Boston coming into today, again, as we said, they won the first game last night 8-0. They're 3-7 in their last 10 games. They have an overall record of 69-48. They're in second place in the American League. They trailed Detroit by just a game and a half. They had a 3-game series with the Tigers earlier this week. Only managed to win 1 out of 3 games against the Tigers. Let's take a look at that California Angel outfield as Jose Tartable completes his walk toward the batter's box. Out in left field will be Reichhardt. Center field, Repose. Hall will be the right fielder. Held will be at third. Fregosi, one of the rare highlights in last night's game for California, will be at shortstop. Knopp will be at second. Mencher at first. Rogers will be catching today. Clark is on the mound. Clark, 21 years old, right-hander with a 7-11 record, 2.42 ERA. 1-2 versus the Red Sox so far this season. Tartable up to bat, the right fielder, batting .203. Replacing the injured Tony Canigliaro. This one's a ground ball toward left field. Reichhardt will scoop it up. Tartable's on safe at first. Jerry Adair, the third baseman, hitting .343. Tartable on at first. Boston already trailing 3-0. This one's headed toward right field. Hall's going to get underneath it at the warning track, makes the catch. Tartable's held up at first. Don't want to test Hall's arm. There's one away. Carl Yastrzemski, the left fielder, pursuing the Triple Crown this season, hitting .337, sitting on 39 home runs, 105 RBIs. Tartable on at first. This is a ground ball toward the first baseman, Mencher. He's got a shot at a double play. Throws to Knopp. Back to Mencher. And that's 3 outs. Double play. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. We're through 1 inning. The Angels lead it 3-0. Thank you for joining us on the Replay Sports channel. Feel free to leave comments, suggestions about our games in the comments box. Feel free to subscribe also, so you're aware of upcoming games. Bottom of the lineup for California, Rogers, Knopp, and Clark. This inning, as we start at the top of the second. Buck Rogers, the catcher. That's left-handed, hitting .232 this season. This one's a ground ball toward Andrews. Andrews, easy toss, back over to Scott, 1 away. Coming to the plate now, Bobby Knopp. Second baseman, right-handed batter, hitting .227. This one's a high fly ball toward left field. Yastrzemski's under it near the warning track. Makes the catch, 2 away. The pitcher, Ricky Clark. comes up to bat. It's a right-handed thrower and a right-handed batter. It's a ground ball toward Petrocelli. Petrocelli has the throw toward first, but not in time. Scott bobbles the ball, and Clark is safe at first. We go to the top of the order. Roger Repose got us started off in an amazing way if you're a California Angels fan. Solo home run to right center field to kick this thing off for the Angels. Clark on at first, 2 outs, top of the second. Oh, ground ball toward left field. Clark getting the signal to head home. He does, and Repose in with a double. What a great start for Roger Repose. A home run, a double, and that RBI puts California up 4-0. We're starting to see some activity in the Boston bullpen. I do see, it looks like Semino and Coates, they're starting to warm up. So Santiago may soon get the hook here if things don't improve. Jim Fregosi, the shortstop, lined a single over to short, his first time up to bat. Repose at second. Line drive toward Adair, makes the catch, and that retires the side. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error. We're through an inning and a half, and the Angels lead 4-0. Middle of the order coming up for the Red Sox, Scott, Smith, and Petrocelli. George Scott, first baseman, hitting .277, right-handed batter. Again, warm today, 81 degrees, windy. There is a chance of rain. High fly ball to right field. Hall's underneath it, makes the catch, puts it away, 1 away. Reggie Smith, the center fielder, batting .261. Left-handed batter. This one's a ground ball toward Knopp. Knopp with the easy throw, back over to Mencher, 2 away. Shortstop Rico Petrocelli comes to the plate, hitting .292 this season. This one's a pop-up. Held will get it and calls for it, makes the catch. No runs, no hits, no errors. We're through 2 innings. And the California Angels lead it 4-0. Last night, as we said, Boston won 8-0. All got started in the bottom half of the third inning. Jerry Adair hitting a 2-out single, which scored Bell from second. Carl Yastrzemski then hit a single between first and second and scored Andrews from third base. Bottom of the fourth, Red Sox then increased their lead to 4-0 with a Petrocelli single between first and second, allowing Smith to score from second. And then Elston Howard grounded out into a double play, but Canigliaro was able to score from third. Then we move on to the bottom of the sixth. Lead increased 5-0. Smith hits a 1-out triple, allowing he'll end up scoring later. Canigliaro grounded out to short. Then, of course, bottom of the seventh, Carl Yastrzemski hits a 1-out double, scoring Andrews and Adair. And then finally, Scott hits a single, scoring Yastrzemski from second. So, big night from Smith, Yastrzemski, Petrocelli, and Adair last night in that game. And so far, only 1 hit for the Red Sox. Jimmy Hall, the right fielder, will get us started here at the top of the third. He struck out in his first at-bat. This one's a ground ball towards center field. Smith has no problem with it. Base hit for Hall. Once again, we're seeing activity in the Red Sox bullpen. Santiago with a rough start today. Don Mincher, the first baseman at bat, struck out his last time up. This one's a line drive. Andrews, no problem. One away. These two teams will see each other tomorrow. Brunette will be facing Stange in that game. Rick Reichart digs in. The pitch. This one's, we're through 2.5 innings. California with the lead, 4-0. Moving on to the bottom of the fourth, we're going to see the bottom half of the order for Boston: Howard, Andrews, and Santiago. Talked about Boston earlier this week, losing 2 out of 3 games against the Detroit Tigers. Back in Anaheim earlier this week, Angels took 2 out of 3 versus the Minnesota Twins. Again, they are 8-2 in their last 10 games. Just 6 games behind Boston. Just a little bit less than a month and a half to go here in the regular season. Elston Howard, recently acquired from the New York Yankees, batting .250. Faces Clark. It's a ground ball toward Petrocelli. Petrocelli makes a throw over to Scott. I'm sorry, that was Fregosi making the call over to Mincher. I didn't flip over my scorecard, sorry. So Fregosi with the toss to Mincher. Okay, now we have the scorecard correct. All right, 1 out. Mike Andrews, the second baseman, hitting .279. That's what happened when I was looking over last week's results. I forgot to flip the card back over. And Andrews is the first strikeout victim for Ricky Clark. And would think this would be Jose Santiago, but Boston manager Dick Williams is going to go pinch hitter here, it looks like. He is already going to go into his bench, look at a pinch hitter. So his options, all right, he's going to go Dalton Jones here. Jones, a .325 hitter on the season. So this definitely means Santiago will not be returning. And we are either going to see, we're either going to see Sparky Lyle or Osinski. This one's grounded right back to the pitcher. And Clark has an easy toss back over to Mincher. Nothing across the bottom of the third. We're through 3 innings. California leads at 4-0. We have a pitching change coming up. And it does look to be Sparky Lyle. Lyle, the left-hander, did participate in last night's game. Don't know how long we will see him tonight or today, this afternoon. Just a reminder, next week's game of the week, August 26, 1967, we'll be looking at the Red Sox again. It'll be the Battle of the Sox. The Red Sox will travel to Chicago, Kaminsky Park, to take on the Chicago White Sox. Chicago still battling in the American League behind Detroit and Boston. And football fans, we are so close to getting ready to start our playoffs of the World Football League 2021 season. It'll be Wild Card Weekend. Our Saturday games, we have the New York Generals visiting the Tampa Bay Bandits. The Chicago Fire will be traveling to Memphis to take on the Express. And then the Sunday Wild Card matchups, Philadelphia Blitz taking on the London Knights. Detroit Wheels will cap things off with their game against the Oakland Invaders. So, again, make sure to subscribe, and we'll be broadcasting all of the playoff games from the World Football League. So make sure to check that out. All right, so Sparky Lyle has finished his warm-up. Buck Rogers steps in to pitch. Rogers grounded out to second in the second inning. This one's a ground ball toward Andrews. Andrews, easy toss over to Scott. One away. Bobby Knopp is the next batter. He flied out deep to left field his first time up. And Lyle gets him with a swing and a miss. Strike three. So two away. And the pitcher, Ricky Clark. Clark grounded short and was saved when Scott had that trouble handling the throw from Petrocelli. Back in the second inning. It's a high fly ball. Yastrzemski's going to race to get toward it and makes the catch. So no runs, no hits, no errors. We're through 3.5. California leads it 4-0. Top of the order for Boston, Tartabull, Adair, and Yastrzemski this inning. Next week, California, once they finish up here at Fenway Park, they'll have an early week series at Cleveland. And then next weekend, they will be in Baltimore to take on the Orioles. Boston will stay here and entertain the Senators. 4-game series against the Senators. And then, as we mentioned earlier, they will travel to Chicago to take on the White Sox. Jose Tartabull up. He grounded a single between third and short back in the first inning. This one's a ground ball toward Held. Held throws to Mincher for the out. Clark has allowed only one hit so far, and that was way back in the first inning. Jerry Adair flew deep down to right field back in the first inning. Ground ball toward Knopp. Knopp makes the great play, throws it over to Mincher to get Adair out. Great play by Knopp. Carl Yastrzemski grounded out to first, and what led to a double play. Carl Yastrzemski sitting on 39 home runs for the season. This one's going towards center field. Repose has it. 3 away. No runs, no hits, no errors. We're through 4 innings, and California leads it 4-0. Top of the order for the Angels this inning. Repose for Gosse and Hall. Sparky Lyle, the pitcher, came in for a struggling Jose Santiago. Back in the 4th inning. We start at the top of the 5th. Roger Repose. What a great start he's had today. First at bat, hits a solo home run, and then hits a double in his second at bat. Sparky Lyle strikes him out. 1 away. Shortstop Jim Fregosi is our next batter. 1 for 2 today. He lined out to third in his second at bat. This one's a ground ball toward Adair. Adair throws across the infield to Scott, and it's in time. And now steps up the right fielder, Jimmy Hall. Hall's 1 for 2 on the day. Lined a single to center field back in the 3rd inning. And Lyle strikes him out. So nothing across the top of the 5th. We're through 4.5 innings. California 4, Boston nothing. Middle of the order for the Red Sox. Scott, Smith, and Petrocelli this inning. George Scott, the first baseman, flew out to right field back in the 2nd inning. This one's a ground ball towards center field. Smith, Repose picks it up. And Scott is on. That is just the second hit allowed by Clark this game. So Scott is on at first. And that'll bring up Reggie Smith, the center fielder. Grounded out to second base his first time up. Ground ball toward left field. Reichert gets it. And Smith is on safely at first. Scott moves over to second. And Rico Petrocelli, the shortstop, popped out to third base back in the second inning. Boston has 2 men on, no outs here, bottom of the fifth. They trail 4-0. So far this season, Boston at home, 32-24. Minnesota has not been the great road warrior. They've been 24-29 on the road. So a dribbler toward Held. Held makes the play throwing over to Mincher. They get the out, but Scott and Smith move. Scott now at third, Smith at second. Elston Howard, the catcher, now comes up to the plate. He grounded out to short back in the third inning. Boston's best chance at scoring some runs in this ball game. Pitch from Clark. Ground ball towards center field. Scott will score. Howard, safe at second. The double. And Smith also scores. So Scott and Smith score, and California's lead is cut in half, 4-2. And Clark's going to get a visit from the manager, Bill Rigney. Don't see any action in the California bullpen yet. But you can definitely tell the Boston fan base here are very excited about the turn of events here. So a 2-run RBI double by Elston Howard. Mike Andrews, the second baseman who struck out his first time up, is now at the plate. 1 out for Boston. High fly ball toward right field. Hall's going to make the catch. Elston Howard's going to hold up at second. So our next batter, who would have been Sparky Lyle, is going to be replaced by a pinch hitter. And it looks like they're going to go with Norm Seaburn. Seaburn, left-handed batter, coming to the plate, facing 2 outs. Elston Howard on at second. And Seaburn strikes out. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors. We're through 5 innings. Boston Red Sox have cut the lead in half. They only trail California 4-2. We're going to see a pitching change now for the Red Sox. Look over to the bullpen to see who it's going to be. It definitely looks like it's going to be the right-hander, Dan Osinski. Osinski's going to come in. Has a 4-4 record on the season, 2.97 ERA. He'll be facing the middle of the Minnesota order. Mincher, Reichert, and Held. Mincher 0 for 2 today, lined out to second base his last time up. It's a high fly ball towards center field. Smith goes back to the warning track, gets under it, makes the catch. 1 away. Rick Reichert, the left fielder, 1 for 2 today, lined out to right field his last time up. Another one towards center field. Smith is running toward it quickly, gets under it, makes the catch near the 379 sign in right center field. Third baseman Woody Held, 0 for 2 today, struck out his last time up. Strikes out again. So Osinski gets the strikeout. No runs, no hits, no errors. We're through 5.5. California leads it 4-2. Clark returns to the mound for California, and he will face the top of the order for Boston. Tartable, Adair, and Yastrzemski. So California, 4 runs, 5 hits, no errors, 2 men left on base. Boston, 2 runs, 4 hits, 1 error, 1 man left on base. This one's going foul toward the left field line. Reichart gets underneath it, makes the catch. 1 down. And Jerry Adair, the third baseman, 0 for 2 today, grounded out to second, his last time up. Attendance today, 24,117 here at Fenway. Beautiful, warm day, a bit windy. Haven't seen the rain yet that they were calling for earlier. Hope that holds off. So it's a dribbler toward Fregosi. Fregosi makes the throw over to Bencher, 2 away. Carl Yastrzemski, the left fielder, all-star, 0 for 2 today, flew out deep to right center. His last time up. This one's a ground ball towards center field. Repose picks it up, but Yastrzemski gets on with a single. And that'll bring up the first baseman, George Scott. George, 1 for 2, hit a single back in the 5th inning. Yastrzemski on at first, 2 outs, bottom of the 6th. Boston only trails by 2 runs, 4-2. This one's a ground ball toward Reichert. Yastrzemski's going to get all the way over to third base. So Scott is on safely at first. And I think that's going to be it for Clark. So Bill Rickney comes out to the mound, asks for the baseball, and Clark is going to head for the showers. So that's going to be the end of Ricky Clark's day. And looks like we're going to get Pete Cimino coming into the game. He saw a little bit of action last night in that loss, 8-0 loss to Boston. Pete Cimino coming in. He has an 0-3 record so far this season, 6.71 ERA. He has an interesting situation facing him. 2 out. 2 men on. Yastrzemski at third, Scott at first. And up to the plate, Reggie Smith. Smith, 1 for 2, hit a single to left center back in the 5th inning. Red Sox with a great opportunity. Oh, and this one gets by Rogers. Yastrzemski's going to come in from third. Scott's going to move over to second. That pitch was over Rogers' head, and Yastrzemski was off like a bullet. Boston pulls within 1, 4-3. So, inauspicious start for young Pete Cimino. Counts 1-1 on Reggie Smith. Cimino gets the sign from Rogers. Smith digs in the batter's box. And he strikes out Smith. That will end the inning. So 1 run, 2 hits, no errors. We're through 6 innings. California holds on to a 4-3 lead. Bottom of the order for California coming up. Rogers, Knopp, and Cimino. Once again, a reminder, next week's game, we'll see the Boston Red Sox again. They'll be traveling to Chicago to take on the Chicago White Sox. An American League pennant chase battle. That'll be next week in our Saturday game of the week. And the WFL 2021 season moves into the postseason. Wild Card Weekend. Those are the games. Every one of them will be streamed live. So make sure to subscribe to the Replay Sports channel. get up to the minute information when these games are being broadcast live, and when you can stream them as well. So Boston continues to eat away at the lead. They trail by 1. We're at the top of the 7th inning now. Dan Osinski's back out on the mound. Buck Rogers 0 for 2. He has grounded out to second both times. This one's a high fly ball towards center field. Reggie Smith gets underneath it, makes the catch. Smith, great evening last night in that 8-0 win. He went 1 for 3, scored 2 runs, and hit a triple in that game. Bobby Knopp, second baseman, 0 for 2 today, struck out his last time up. 1 out. Angels lead by 1, 4-3 here in the top of the 7th inning. And Knopp strikes out. And that might be it for Dan Osinski. We are seeing some signals as Dick Williams comes out to the mound to check on Osinski. And I think there's also going to be a batter change too. I don't think Pete Semino is going to be batting. So we got a couple of changes going on here. So first of all, the pitcher coming in for Osinski is going to be John Wyatt. John Wyatt will be replacing him. Wyatt 6-6, has 12 saves on the season, 2.99 ERA. Pete Semino will be coming out and will be replaced by a pitch hitter. And waiting on that hitter to make themselves known. And it looks like it's going to be third baseman Tom Satriano. Tom Satriano, a 194 hitter. 2 outs, so we have a new pitcher and a new batter. This one's a ground ball towards center field, and Satriano is on safely at first. Top of the order, Roger Repose. 2 for 3 today, got off to a great start. Home run, double, then the 5th inning struck out. Satriano on at first, Repose at the plate. John Wyatt looking for the signal from Howard. And Wyatt walks Repose. And that'll bring up Jim Fregosi, the shortstop. 1 for 3 today, grounded out to third base. This one's a little looper over to the shortstop. Petrocelli scoops it up, throws it over to Scott. And that will end the top of the 7th inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. California leads it 4-3. It's the 7th inning stretch here at Fenway Park. We've got a pitching change coming up for California. And I believe it's going to be Jim Coates. Jim Coates, right-handed pitcher, 1-1 on the season, 2.83 ERA, will come in to pitch. Bottom half of the order for Boston coming in. So California leads at 4-3. Boston's been eating away at the lead ever so slowly. Rico Petrocelli 0 for 2, grounded to third, back in the 5th inning. Line drive toward Mincher, makes the easy catch, 1 away. Elston Howard, the catcher, hitting 1 for 2 today, hit a double his last time up. Provided 2 runs batted in, scoring Scott and Smith, that cut the lead in half back in the 5th inning. Coates with the windup and delivery. Ground ball toward Held. Held throws across the infield to Mincher. Makes the out in time. 2 away. Mike Andrews, the second baseman, 0 for 2. Flew out to center field his last time up. This one's a ground ball toward Repose. Repose is going to have a little bit of difficulty with it. Meanwhile, Andrews is going to stretch this one out to a double, and he's standing up at second base. So a double for Andrews. That's going to be the first hit given up by Coates since he started the inning. And now coming to the plate, John Wyatt, the pitcher. And Wyatt strikes out. So that will end the 7th inning. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error. California leads it 4-3 as we head to the top of the 8th inning. Again, if you're just joining us, the game got off to an amazing start. Roger Repose hits a leadoff home run to start the game. California scores 3 runs in the first inning and then scored another run in the second inning. And that's pretty much been it for California. Boston continues to try to claw back into it. Hall, Mincher, and Reichart will be the batters this inning. Hall 1 for 3 today. Struck out twice today. This one's a short dribbler toward Andrews. Andrews has an easy toss over to Scott. 1 away. And now Don Mincher, the first baseman, 0 for 3 today. Flew out to deep center field his last time up. Wyatt looking for the signal from Howard. This one's a high fly ball. Petrocelli calls for it and makes the catch. 2 away. Rick Reichart, the left fielder, 1 for 3 today. Flew out to deep right center his last time up. This one's a grounder. Whoa, what a great pickup by Petrocelli. Fires it back over to Scott. Gets the out. Great play by Petrocelli. No runs, no hits, no errors. We're through 7.5 innings. California still leads it 4-3. Top of the order for Boston here in the bottom of the 8th. Tartabull, Adair, and Yastrzemski. Jim Coates starting his 2nd inning as a relief pitcher. Ricky Clark started things off, then got into a little bit of trouble there in the 5th inning. Jose Tartabull, 1 for 3. Flew out to left field his last time up. This one's fouled back. Rogers is not able to make a play. Tartabull gets back into the batter's box. Coates looking for a sign from Rogers. This one's a ground ball toward Repose. And Tartabull is on at first for the Red Sox 8th hit of the day. Jerry Adair, the 3rd baseman, steps up. He grounded out to short back in the 6th inning. Tartabull on at first. Potential winning run at the plate. This one's a ground ball toward Held, and Held doesn't have a play. Tried to barehand it, and Tartabull moves to second. Adair is safe at first, and here comes Carl Yastrzemski. Perfect scenario for the left-handed batter. Sitting on 39 home runs, has the opportunity to put Boston in the lead. No outs here in the bottom of the 8th. No action in the California bullpen. Tartabull on at second, Adair on at first. This one's a high fly ball toward right field. Hall makes the play. He's going to fire it back into the infield. Tartabull moves to third. Adair's going to hold up at first. So Yastrzemski gave it a ride, but Hall makes the catch. 1 away. George Scott, the first baseman, now at the plate. 2 for 3 today. Hit a single his last 2 times up. Tartabull on at third. Adair on at first. 1 away. This one's a high fly ball toward left field. Reichart goes near the scoreboard to make the catch. And we've got a tie game. Tartable scores from third. Adair moves over to third. And Scott is out. So Scott tried to advance and gets tagged out. Reichart had to go all the way to the scoreboard there in left field. And I see what it was now on the replay. Scott tripped as he was coming around first. So Scott tripped up over his own shoelaces there apparently on first base, and that's what slowed him down. And that was Reichart was able to throw it back to first, and as Scott was coming back, Scott is tagged out by Mincher. But damage is done. We have a tie game. There are 2 outs. And up to the plate will be Reggie Smith, the center fielder. Struck out his last time up. 1 for 3 today. This one's a ground ball toward Knopp. Knopp with the easy toss over to Mincher. And we are through 8 innings. But we're tied. California 4, Boston 4. We head into the top of the 9th inning. All tied at 4. Bottom of the order for California held Rogers and Knopp. I don't see any changes in the Boston outfield. Woody held the third baseman. He's 0 for 3 today. He has struck out his last 2 times at bat. And he strikes out again. 3 strikeouts on Woody held today. Buck Rogers, the catcher, also 0 for 3. Flew out to center field back in the 7th inning. And this time Wyatt walks him. Rogers is walked. And that'll bring up Bobby Knopp. Knopp has struck out his last 2 times at bat. And Wyatt gets him swinging. 2 away. And this is supposed to be the pitcher, Jim Coates, but it looks like we're going to be going into pinch hitter role here. Who will they go with? Looks like it's going to be Hawk Taylor. Hawk Taylor, backup catcher. Batting .333 on the season. Only had 6 at bats so far, so 2 of 6, .333. Has a chance to put the Angels ahead here in the top of the 9th inning. Wyatt prepares to deliver. It's a ground ball toward Andrews. Andrews makes the easy play toward first base. And that's 3 up, 3 down. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Pitching change coming up for the Angels. Boston with the opportunity now to win. And Manny Rojas will be coming in for California. Manny Rojas, 21 saves. That puts him 2nd in the major leagues behind Roy Face in Pittsburgh. Bottom half of the order for the Red Sox this inning. Patricelli, Howard, and Andrews. And looking toward the California outfield, I do believe there's going to be some changes there. Let's see. Looks like, yeah. Looks like there'll be a change at third base. Johnny Weirhouse is going to come in at third. And let's see, who else is going to come in? Let's see. And that's it, just Weirhouse. Rico Petrocelli, 0 for 3 today. Lined out to first back in the 7th inning. Manny Rojas, 9-7, 2.47 ERA, 21 saves on the season. This one's a grounder toward Weirhouse. Weirhouse makes the catch across the infield to Mincher, 1 away. Elston Howard, the catcher, comes to the plate. 1 of 3 today. Grounded out to third. Back in the 7th inning. This one's right back at the pitcher, Rojas. Rojas, plenty of time, throws over to Mincher, and just like that, 2 away. 2 outs. Bottom of the 9th. Score tied 4-4. Mike Andrews, second baseman. 1 for 3 today. His only hit was a single in the 7th inning. Has an opportunity to get a win here for the Red Sox. This one's a grounder toward Warehouse. Warehouse makes the throw to first, and we're going to extra innings. We're tied at 4, and we're going to have another pitching change. Or no, I think Wyatt's going to stay in. Wyatt's going to stay in. And we go top of the order for California. Roger Repose, 2 for 3 today. He was walked his last time up. I was just checking the Boston lineup here. Don't see any changes forthcoming from Boston. Oh, Repose gives this one a ride toward right field. Tartable makes the catch. That was almost a repeat of the leadoff hit, home run he made way back in the 1st inning. 1 away, Jim Fregosi. Shortstop. Grounded out to short back in the 7th inning. 1 for 4 today. High fly ball towards center field. Smith camps underneath it on the warning track, makes the catch. 2 away. And that'll bring up Jimmy Hall, the right fielder. 1 of 4, grounded out to second, back in the 8th inning. We're in extra innings, all tied up here in Boston between California and Boston. 4-4. Another high fly ball towards right field. Tartable makes the catch. And no runs, no hits, no errors. We move to the bottom of the 10th inning. All tied up at 4. And now, instead of John Wyatt, we will see the pinch hitter. And it looks like it's going to be Joe Foy. Joey Foy, 238 hitter, comes up to bat. Face Manny Rojas. And Rojas with the strikeout of Foy. 1 away. Top of the order. Jose Tartable, 2 for 4. Hit a single back in the 8th inning. So it's a grounder toward Fregosi. Fregosi makes the throw to Mincher. 2 away. Jerry Adair, third baseman, 1 for 4 today. Hit a single. His only hit was a single back in the 8th inning. Another grounder, this time to Fregosi. Fregosi makes the catch to Mincher. And 3 up, 3 down. Takes us to the top of the 11th inning. We have a pitching change coming up for Boston. And look, it's going to be Bucky Brandon for the Red Sox. Bucky Brandon coming in 4-5 on the season, 4.97 ERA, 82 strikeouts on the season. Don Mincher, 0 for 4 today. Popped out to shortstop his last time up. Grounder toward Andrews. Andrews throws it back over to Scott. That'll bring up the left fielder, Rick Reichart. 104 today. Grounded out to short his last time up. This one's going to be a single as it drops in front of Tartable in right field. And Reichart is on at first base. Johnny Warehouse, the third baseman who replaced Held to start extra innings. So 136 hitter, bats right-handed. Reichart's going to try to take second, and he does. So on the 0-1 pitch, Reichart steals second base. So man in scoring position for California. Warehouse at the plate. Pop up toward Petrocelli. Makes the catch, 2 away. Buck Rogers, the catcher, 0 for 3 today. Walked his last time up back in the 9th inning. This one's a ground ball toward right field. Reichardt's getting the signal to head home. They're going to try to throw him out. The run counts. So Reichhardt scores before Rogers is put out at second. So California, through the top of the 11th inning, has a 5-4 lead. Yastrzemski, Scott, and Smith are the batters for Boston. Manny Rojas taking on Carl Yastrzemski. Needs 3 outs to come away with victory. Fly ball towards center field. Repose racing towards it, makes the catch in time. 1 away. George Scott, 3 for 4 today. He's hit 3 singles so far. This one's fired over to Warehouse. Warehouse throws across the infield to Mincher, and just like that, 2 down. Boston's down to their last out. They trail 5-4. And Reggie Smith, the center fielder, 1 for 4 today. His only hit was a single back in the 5th inning. Smith trying to keep the drive, trying to keep the inning alive. Give me sport metaphors right here. Rojas prepares to deliver. This one's a grounder toward Knopp. Knopp with easy throw to Mincher, and the game is over. California wins it 5-4 in extra innings. We had to go a little bit extra on this one. Take a look at the box score for today's game. Hopefully, we can get you an MVP for today's game. A little bit of a delay here. Sorry about that. Meanwhile, while we're waiting for that to load, don't forget to join us in our next game of the week. The same Boston Red Sox will be taking on the Chicago White Sox from Comiskey Park in south side of Chicago. So that'll be our next game of the week. Make sure to check that out. Also, WFL 2021 Wild Card Weekend. We've got some great matchups coming up for you. All of them will be streamed live. So make sure to subscribe and check us out. So again, if you want to subscribe, there's the information there for the Replay Sports channel. We also post on Facebook. We post, I post information on the Action PC Sports Facebook page, and also sports replay and simulations. That also goes there as well. All right, so let's see if I can get back in here. There we go. So I can give you the winning pitcher. Manny Rojas improves to 10-7. Brandon will take the loss, goes to 4-6. Rick Reichhardt, our MVP for today's game. So California, 5 runs, 8 hits, 1 error. Boston, 4 runs, 10 hits, and 1 error. So thanks again for joining us. I'm Glenn Walker. You've been watching the Major League Baseball 1967 Game of the Week. Have a great evening. Good night.